Hello, this is a video tutorial for a piece called Nuit, Etoilee, which is French for Starry Night. It's I'm taking this from the 2016 to 19 Guitar Grade 2 book, but it is still on the Grade 2 syllabus. There are a few things that you're going to need to think about with this piece. The first that you'll come across is the key signature. There are 3 sharps in the key signature. They are F sharp, C sharp and G sharp, and that applies to F sharps, C sharps and G sharps of all levels, high ones and low ones, not just the one on the line for which the sharp's printed. You're also going to need to think about bass notes. There is a tune in this piece and then bass note accompaniments. The tune is pointing upwards. You will play those notes with your fingers. The bass notes are pointing downwards. You'll play those notes with your thumb. I'm going to divide the piece into 4 sections. There's the beginning up to here, which is in the middle of bar 8. Then from here up to there, which is in the middle of bar 16. That's section A and section B. Section C starts from these last 2 notes here, goes up to the middle of bar 24, and then section D is from these 2 notes to the end. The handy thing is that section A, B and D are exactly the same. So all you have to do is learn section A and learn section C, and you can play the entire piece. So here's section A. We're going to just look at the tune to start with, and we're just going to do the first 4 bars. You're starting on a C sharp. So the first 2 bunches of notes, C sharp, E, same twice, and then F sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, B. Let's play that bit of tune together. After 2, 1, 2. The second half is very similar. It starts off going C sharp, E again. That happens twice, and then there's a high A, E, D, C sharp, B, A. So we're starting from the last 2 notes on the first line, 1, 2. So let's play the tune from the beginning for the whole of section A. After 2, 1, 2. You'll hear that there are some longer notes there, some gaps in the tune. That is generally where the bass notes go. So after C sharp, E, you get a string 5 bass note, and you play that with your thumb where you've played the tune with your fingers. The first 2 bass notes are both string 5 A's. The 3rd bass note is a string 6 E. The 4th bass note is a string 4 fret 2 E. So we're going to go from the beginning and put the bass notes in just up to the first 4 bars. 1, 2. To think ahead for that string 4 E at the end there. The next bit has the same kind of bass notes in it. The first bass note in bar 5, string 5A, then a string 5A again, bar 6, bar 7 has string 6E, and then we're back to string 5A. So here's the second half of section A, starting on the last two notes of bar 4. 1, 2. And the whole of section A with the bass notes. 1, 2. And once you can play section A, you can play the whole of section A, B and D, because they're all exactly the same. Now again with section C, we're going to take the bass notes out to start with. We're starting on the last two notes of bar 16, B, C sharp, B, and then it goes B, C sharp, B again, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, D, B. So let's play that bit of tune. 1, 2. The tune for the next 4 bars is the same, apart from the fact that there's a harmonic on the end. Now, if you remember with harmonics, you don't press your finger right down onto the string. You just put your finger on the string exactly over the fret. This one, it says harm 12. That means it's a fret 12 harmonic. It's string 1, and you get that bell noise. So here's the whole of section C's tune with the harmonic at the end. No bass notes. 1, 2. Comes with section C when you start adding the bass notes, because they're not as straightforward as they were in section A. The first note that's in the bass for section C, bar 17, string 4, fret 1, that is an E flat. It's written down as an E flat. And then D, string 4, no frets, that's the bass note in bar 18. Then we have an F sharp in bar 19, string 4, fret 4, and a G sharp in bar 20, string 3, fret 1. So make sure you can play those 4 bass notes before you go any further. When you're happy with that, you might need to take a little bit extra time, more time than you did with section A. So B, C sharp, B, then the E flat, string 4, fret 1, B, C sharp, B, string 4, no frets, B, C sharp, D, F sharp, string 4, fret 4, E, F sharp, D, B, G sharp. Let's play that bit all the way through. 1, 2. Then in bar 21 there is a G natural. It's string 3, no frets, and the sign that looks a bit like a sharp sign with some of the points missed off, that is a natural sign. It turns it back into an ordinary G. F sharp in bar 22, and then in bar 23, 2 bass notes, string 4 E, fret 2, down to D, string 4, no frets, and in bar 24 there is a string 6 E. So let's add the bass notes in bars 21 and 22. We're starting from the B, C sharp at the end of bar 20. 1, 2, B, C sharp, B, low G, B, C sharp, B, F sharp. The next bit is possibly the most challenging in the piece. B, C sharp, D, string 4, fret 2, E, F sharp with a string 4, D, ordinary D, B. You may need to practice that bit and then start from the E and then start from the B, C sharp. String 6 E, harmonic. Take that bit slowly, build it up gradually. So here's the whole of section C. We're starting from the last 2 notes on bar 16. 1, 2. This is in the style of a lullaby, a song that you might sing to a child to help it go to sleep. So none of it is really loud, it's all fairly restrained. Starts off mezzo piano, which is medium quiet, and at the end of section A goes to mezzo forte, which is medium loud, and with the diminuendo it dies back down again. Section A, B and D all have exactly the same dynamics, so it's all quite restrained there. At the beginning of section C, it's P for piano, that is quiet. Small crescendo in the middle of section C gets louder, but then it drops back down, right down to really quiet. 2 Ps, pianissimo, really quiet. Then at the beginning of bar 23, it says cresc molto. That means a big crescendo. Do a big getting louder, rit, and getting slower, which is good because it gives you time to deal with those notes, and then it is loud at the end of section C. The thing that looks like a little I on top of the harmonic, that is a pause mark. So just hold on to that note, and then in the beginning of section D it says a tempo, go back to the original speed. So here's the whole of Nuit Etoilee. 1, 2.